Joining us now, the head coach of the Rice Owls, Gregg Williams. Gregg, good to see you again.
Hey, thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Who designed your schedule for this coming year? I mean, here's what you do: Tennessee, Baylor, and Texas A&M, and that is a tough schedule.
Well, very challenging, no question. I'd like to put the blame on somebody else, but I can't. I was very involved in that, and we'll should certainly prepare us for a challenging Conference USA schedule after running that gauntlet.
What do you try to get out of games like that? Because obviously, you're going to go in overmatched. You have to go to hostile environments. What do you tell your young ladies in order to make sure it comes out a positive experience and not something that sets them back 2 or 3 steps?
Well, you have the going in and you have the coming out phase of that. Going in, it's one of the reasons we're going to Tennessee is we have a senior, Jessica Goswitz, from Knoxville, and we always try to take our seniors home to play in front of family and friends their senior year. So that's the reason for that game. And of course, at the time, we thought we would have been facing the legendary Pat Summitt, and unfortunately, her career has ended. But we're still playing at Tennessee. It'll be their home opener. Be an exciting atmosphere. You talk about, hey, this is a great opportunity. You're playing a team that's got great tradition in women's basketball, knowledgeable fans. There are going to be a lot of fans there. Enjoy the experience. Post game, depending on the score, you have to have something ready for that too.
Extra coaching, right? Let's talk about your preseason Conference USA Player of the Year, and Jessica Custer out of Ronald Reagan High School in San Antonio. Her game, number one, she's one of the nicest young ladies I think I've ever met in all my career. How is she going to elevate her game this year? Because she got beat up a lot last season, I thought. Well,
she plays that way. She plays hard. And Jessica is the type of person who is very self-motivated and is constantly looking to improve her game, which she's done every year she's been at Rice, and worked very hard in the off season. She's shooting the three ball extremely well to expand her game there. We think we're going to be a little deeper in the post maybe this year, and maybe can play her some at the small forward, which is where we started playing her when she was a freshman, and she just was so good inside, such a great rebounder. She's averaged a double-double both years. So she'll take the Player of the Year as a challenge to her, and as I will remind her, the key is will you be Player of the Year in March? That's the big test, and she will accept that and be very motivated to do her best to achieve that.
By moving her to a forward spot, I would think that would take a little bit off her, because at times she was the focal point. And does that wear her down during the season, though? Because one of the games that we did, I just remember her getting beat on a lot, and I kept thinking, I wonder how long she can put up with this throughout a long season.
Well, quite honestly, playing her forward should lessen the beating. And it certainly, I don't think, will lessen her ability to affect the game, because last time I looked, LeBron is playing pretty much the small forwards, a little 3-4, but more 3. And Jessica has the ability, if she's playing small forward, she's going to create some matchup problems. And she's a very unselfish player, and she has the ability to score inside, outside, put the ball on the floor. She's a very versatile player. So by being able to do that, we can move her around and not have to just put her on the block, where if she is getting physically pounded in there, then we can step her outside and let her face up and do some things there.
Who has to step up on your team to sort of help her out?
Well, that's a great question.
Reem?
We're looking at going into a season without knowing who our point guard is going to be. And that's going to be among Jessica Goswitz, Reem Musa, who's a sophomore, and freshman Elena Gums. We hope we don't have to do that by committee, that one of those three will step up and take charge and be that leader that we need on the floor. Reem recently came back from playing on her Egyptian 18 international team in the African Games, and got to play 7 games plus a couple exhibition games. So that was good for her to get on the court and play competitively, and she's come back improved from her freshman year. Lena Gums is a very poised freshman, and Jessica Goswitz we actually recruited as a point guard and moved her to the 2 because we had DeFron Smart, who was a 4-year starter and ended up Rice's all-time leading assist person. So that's kind of like a football team going into their year not knowing who their starting quarterback's going to be. And as a general rule, you're only as good as your guard play. So that's our huge question mark for us right now. We think we're going to be okay in the post. I think our perimeter game will be fine. We've just got to hopefully solidify that point guard position.
One final question, and obviously you look at the numbers, and I think one of the things you probably have circled you have to improve is field goal percentage. Is that shot selection, or is it just making shots?
Well, if it's shot selection, it's a double problem. Hopefully it's not shot selection. We felt like, then we'd be looking at our offensive system and what we're trying to do. We felt like, as a general rule, we were getting good shots. We were getting good looks at the basket. We just didn't make very many. Fortunately, we defended very well last year, only giving up 53 points a game in conference games, second to UAB's awesome defense. So we think we'll still be strong defensively. We work on shooting, believe it or not, every day. But we've got to start hopefully knocking down more shots because we do like to shoot the 3. We like an inside-outside game, and it was certainly a weakness that we had a year ago, and hopefully it'll be better.
Greg, best of luck, my friend.
Thank you.
Good
Good
seeing you again.